Well, hello and welcome to PSGL F7 Round 6 around Belgium. I'm C3, I will be your commentator today, joined by LR Praga, aka Louis Marshall,
Hello everybody, how you doing?
the second part of the Mong brand. And we are starting a little early today as we are thinking about starting to do some short interviews before each race. So today we are joined by Cablo in the Renault and El Truco in the
The Mercedes.
I'm in the Merc now.
Mercedes. Alright,
I
so
was to say, I swear you're
switches
in
there.
Alpha.
Well, if you want to start with El Truco then, Luz?
Okay, so first question, what's your thoughts of Belgium?
Despise it. I actually despise it.
Yeah.
I have never had any success on the Belgian Grand Prix, so I don't like it. Just the track layout is just not for me.
Oh, so you've shown good confidence tonight then?
Well, I'm gonna do my best, like I do every race, but it hasn't been my races at all. I much prefer like tracks like Brazil. That's my favorite track, and I like the layout of that track. So it's I just don't like it Belgium. So I'm still gonna try my best, get maybe some points for the Merc team.
Next question, why did you want to move to Mercedes from Alpha?
Well, it's quite complicated, but when I was when we were restarting in Spain, my teammate in question was talking me in the chat of stream, and if he was shit talking to my face on stream because he didn't know that I was it he was talking to. And I just, from that point, I was like, I don't want to race with this guy anymore. You're shit talking me. He's bad mouthing me. I want to move to another team.
Okay. And last question, would you like to see some rain for a quali and a race?
Absolutely not.
Fair enough.
I just remember China.
Well, then we'll move on to Cablo, and well, I guess it's fair to say the start has been a little rocky for you, Cablo. What's happening with the Renault team?
Just a little bit. I don't know. It just hasn't went very well. It's been stupid mistakes. I was doing pretty well in China in the rain, and I accidentally didn't change my strategy. So I was 12 seconds ahead in second and ended up losing all my places, not changing the right tyres. So that was a stupid mistake, which I was quite annoyed about. Last lap, I just touched the curb and that was it. I collected audio with it. I was so frustrated. But onto this week, let's hopefully I can do a little bit better on Belgium. In Belgium.
Fair enough. And it being Belgium, what do you think will be the most difficult part of this race for you?
I think I'm going to try something a little bit different tonight. So we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed I can just get some good points. To be honest, I wouldn't be too disappointed if there was rain. I'm doing okay in the rain here, so I wouldn't be too disappointed if there was rain. But I just want to get some points. I just want to score some decent points. That's all I want to do tonight.
Fair enough. Well, with that, we're just gonna say good luck to the both of you and to everybody else for that matter. And I guess we'll let you guys get back to your teammates then.
Thank you very much.
Are you welcome?
Good luck with the stream.
Ooh, and Truco, if we could have one last question for you.
He's gone.
He's left.
Is it oh well. Guess we'll see if we'll get that another time then. Thank you.
Hopefully I'm speaking you at the end of the race. See you later.
Hopefully. And then it's just the two of us left, Marshall, and a few interesting answers there. So, with that, what do you reckon today for strategy, first of all?
I think you can do softs to hards on this track fairly easily, but I'm not completely sure about that.
Oh, to
What
be
about you?
honest, I have actually done a little practice on Belgium earlier this week, so for once I actually have a small idea about it, so you can actually do the soft to mediums here, but
Oh,
something that I have found in practice is that the soft is could get a little slippery around lap 4. So
how long do you think they'll last for? About 4 or 5 laps?
the soft should last for about Chelsea Belgium. It's 22 laps, I believe. So they
Yeah.
should last for about 8 laps, give or take. But the problem is just that I don't know if it's just hard to get traction on this track or what it is, but on lap 4 I usually find it that they start slipping a little, so will be interesting. The safe choice would probably be mediums to hards, but well, we all know how these hard tires is. They're not really the quickest.
Yeah, I hate the hard tires.
Oh, we're going straight on to hate, are we?
Yep.
Well, it looks like it will be pretty mixed up actually. I can see that it looks like a lot of people are going to use the soft tires. But I can
Very
also
overcast.
see some people on the hard and mediums, so guess we'll have to figure out.
Oh no. I've got the net audio glitch again.
Again.
And I don't have
Shall we
any spare
see?
invites.
I know I
Someone
saw
wants.
one Ferrari going out. That is Tvanak. I think I think there might be someone ahead of him actually. I think it's Blue Jean.
Oh, okay. I do have a spare invite, so
Yeah.
hold on. I'll be back in a second.
Alright. And with that, quali is underway and well, Marshall isn't here right now, but I'll start with my prediction, and I'm gonna go with. This is gonna be boring. It's gonna be two Haster at least, so I'm gonna go Buma, Tvanak, Blue Jean.
Interesting. I know Blue Jean loves this track. One of his favourites, I believe he said. So I'm going to say
Alright, well,
Blue Jean for the win. Beamer second. I'm going to say um, James third.
alright, so it's a Haas front row lockout, you think then?
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, they are strong. They've certainly looked strong the whole season. Well, not actually the whole season. They had a bit of a
Not
rocky
all
start,
season.
but Blue Jean obviously weren't there for a few races too. So, but the last few races they have been well, absolutely dominant. No other way to say it. So,
I think they've had back-to-back 1-2s in, what was it, Canada and France.
you should be right there. Yeah.
Who's the first one out? I think Morris.
I believe it's Morris and then Blue
Yeah.
Jean. And we
Sorry.
are following Blue Jean right now, as it looks like looks like his car is a little slippery in Eau Rouge.
Let's see what he can do on his favourite track. I was talking to him earlier. I said he was doing 43s, which is fairly quick, I believe.
I know
So,
I said I did some practice, but I can't actually remember what kind of laps we did though.
yeah,
So
your
I'm not
memory's as
sure.
bad as mine, so not surprised
I
by
would
that.
say worse.
Oh, jeez, must be bad.
You know, age. I think age. I guess.
Yeah, old man with your walking stick.
I'm
Probably
not
with
quite
his.
there yet though. Blue
He sent you
Gene
to a
seems
hair
to be going
hoses.
pretty well on the medium tires right now. It baffles me a little though that he's opting to go on the medium straight away. Like,
Could there be rain, like start off the session? Because
well, it is dark.
to go out on mediums this early, and people are on softs already as well. Most of them are on hards, which suggests it's not going to rain. I don't know.
That is a good question, and I have literally no idea. So, guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But Blue Jeans done a 45.9. I see Morris Guy has done a 45 flat.
Try and catch with his new name for
But
about 800th
Pornage
time.
Town has gone quickest so
Um,
far with a 44.9.
oh, Sanjay, we're both Mongs. We forgot to introduce the new driver in the Alpha. I think he's pronounced Mixilus in P8.
Oh, yeah, you're right actually. Well, I'm
So,
kind of trying to
welcome
find
to
a.
PSGL.
Here
I
you go
think
on.
I think he's not on the lap.
Well, he has just finished the lap, so he shouldn't be on the lap. Billy, on the other hand, has just invalidated the lap, so we're gonna keep on him for a moment, as he's probably about to start a new one here. Going into Eau Rouge on the hard tires, and that is
Oh,
very wide, and that is
yes.
invalidated.
He's crashed up over Rouge in the race.
There is gonna be a crash in Eau Rouge in the race. Maybe not on the
Lap
first
one.
lap, but.
Lap one. It's going to
And
be
we're
carnage.
gonna go on RDO now in the Alpha.
Flying Friends supported in this race. Can he pull out one of his best laps? Obviously, no, I don't
Ooh,
think it
as
is.
RDO loses the back end in Eau Rouge.
I don't think that is his best lap.
Nah, he's still pushing actually.
Is that not invalid?
It has to be.
No, it's not. How
Nonetheless,
is that
it's
not?
not gonna be a pole lap. James, however, has also just started the lap, so let's see how he does up Eau Rouge. We're gonna see another back end slip. Seems a little more steady for him. I think he actually went through Eau Rouge in 0 ERS to keep the back end. He's back to pushing now in ERS mode 3, so.
Wait, who are you watching? I was reading the chat.
Oh, we are on James right now.
Oh, okay.
As he's going in the second sector now, coming up to Puan. I reckon this corner can be a tricky one for a lot of the drivers too. I know that if you touch the inside curb there, you can easily spin out or into the wall for that matter. None of the options are really great. So,
Unless if you're a bottle hog.
well, then it's definitely best to spin out and just lose time.
As James's lap, he's not been pushing, it looks like. With them
I'm a little
hard tires.
confused, but I don't think he's invalidated, so.
Maybe this is like his practice lap to warm up the tires.
Could have been, could have been.
What does he set?
As it
Yeah,
is
it's
a
not a very.
47.3, and I highly doubt that that is the best he can do. He
Anyone
seems
else?
to be pushing now, though, but we are gonna give Tvanak a look after we see James up or Rouge, and that looks scruffy.
Is Michelin finished? No, he's pitting.
As Big C is pointing out that there is a big turnout today and there is only one car missing, so that is definitely gonna be good for a lap 1 carnage, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that fun carnage and Eau Rouge. Can't wait.
Well, hopefully it won't be everyone. But I do
Just
reckon we will
one or
see a
two
lap
will
1
be fun.
carnage in Eau Rouge.
But we'll get a safety car as well. I don't think we've had one this season.
I don't think we have had one in F7 now.
Plus, there's also Piron. I personally hate Piron. I keep spinning there. It's an inside curve. So
Ooh,
maybe
and
these
James is
guys will
9/10 up on his time right now as he's coming into this last sector, and it looks like he will actually get a slip by... not sure who that was.
I just remembered, the last time we raced at Belgium, I believe it was Formula Experience, where Cablo actually flipped his car in the last sector. So,
Well, maybe we'll see a flip
Ted's-
today too, as James goes 46-1 on the hard, so that is not too bad actually.
I'm watching Doomless on his lap, coming up, oh my god, going up Eau Rouge. Looks a bit, I think, no, he hasn't backed off. It looks very slowly though.
He's definitely not backed off, he's pushing it as hard as he can. Ooh, almost a little out on the grass there.
Can he challenge Boomer today? Like, Boomer's walking away with the championship right now. And Doomless is currently P2. I'm
Guess
not
we'll
sure
have
what
to wait
the...
and see. It looks like Boomer is gonna go for the soft strategy, as I mentioned earlier. So if he starts struggling at lap 4, then starting on the mediums, as it looks like Doomless is trying to, could be the better option. So it'll be interesting to see.
Oh, Morris. Just casually goes 7 takes quicker than Punch Town. Out of nowhere as
As
well.
Morris guy
And
has
Pablo.
just done a 44.2.
This is what we expected from Renault. Up at the top.
You know, maybe they're... Oh, as Doomless goes
Oh,
into the
messed
pit.
up. Oh my god, what happened there? Was that 2 racing points?
I am not sure. I have the eyes on Foggy right now as he has just gone up Eau Rouge on his lap on soft tires.
I think both the racing points have took each other out. Mescless is retired and Billy's lost his wing.
Well, you know, it could be. What about Foggy
That's
though?
not...
Coming into the no-name corner as everybody keeps saying.
Maybe that's the name for it, no name.
Oh. Around Puon, maybe a bit wide.
I don't think Foggy's had podium yet this season, so maybe he would like to get one. I don't know what I'm
Well,
saying.
he's certainly up on his time right now by almost 1.5 seconds, so he's looking to improve right now, but 1.5 seconds will still be a little off the quickest guys.
He's backed off. We've gotten lots of people on the podiums recently. James, we've had Swen, we had Svetti in the win, Twanik, I forgot how to say his name. So we've had definitely a lot of podium people in thirds mostly, behind Luigi and Boomer.
What about
We
El
see a Cornish
Truco?
town on the podium.
Well, he had a good chance in France, I believe, but I
I believe
can't
he got
remember
pole.
exactly what happened to him. He did get pole. but it didn't work out for him in the end, so maybe today is his
Colin,
day.
I'm on board with El Truco in the Mercedes now.
As are we.
Wonder if he'll find some luck in a new car.
Well, maybe that's exactly what his season needs. As he's on the back straight here now.
I didn't see Foggy's half spin Roscoe.
Well, Truco isn't actually pushing right now, so I think he
Is he not? Yes,
might.
he is.
Well, it said he
Numpty.
wasn't pushing, but he
Gone up
goes
to P4.
fourth with the 44.8, so
That's a good lap from El Truco.
that
Saying it's
is a
this,
good
he
lap.
hates this track.
What about the Ferrari driver of Twanak? It looks like he has just started his lap going down the Camel Straight. And into the wall.
Oh, did he actually hit the wall?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I can see his broken wing.
Shall we see? What
Who's...
about Ponnerstown? He is out and he has just started his lap going up Eau Rouge. Looks nice and tidy there.
I've got Michelin on a lap. Just finished sector 1.
Alright, if you can keep us updated on that when it comes to the line. As
On the
Ponnerstown
medium
is a
tyres.
little up in the first sector.
Michelin might have invalids. Let me have a look. No, he doesn't. Okay. Oh wait, yes he has.
And Ponnerstown through Puan. It looks quite nice and tidy
Oh,
right for the moment.
the first spin I've seen of Eau Rouge today. James, killer.
I don't like to say it, but he would have been one of my guesses to spin there. Ooh, and that
Cornage,
is
I
a
think said he's
little
on a lap.
wide by Ponnerstown. It doesn't look like he's invalidated though, and he's up on his time, so he's still pushing as he comes into the bus stop.
Oh, RJ's lagged out. What? Started a new thing.
Ponnerstown looks like he's getting a good exit from the bus stop, and it's a
2 seconds off his
46.
best.
I think he started a new one actually after that small mistake, so
I'm on board the Blue Jean, starting a lap. On the soft tyres. So I'll keep you updated if you're not on board with him.
Blue Jean up Eau Rouge. Looks decent there.
I think Blue
Jean
Jean could get
obviously one
pole.
of the favorites for this pole position here.
What do you think the whole time will be? When
Well, we're
everyone
down
finishes
in
his
the
laps?
low 44s right now, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we see either Blue Jean or some of the others pulling out the 43 lap in the end. So I'm gonna go 43.8.
I was going to say the same 43.8, I think. And I think it'll be by Blue Jean as well.
It doesn't look too bad by Blue Jean right now. He's 2 tenths up on his time though, so he's a little off the pole time so far.
Oh wow. 72 tenths up.
Coming into the bus stop. And he will be doing a 44.8, so
87.
not the best lap there. Morris guy is
Who's
out
next?
though, and He's sitting in provisional pole. Maybe he can improve that time.
Morris is backed off. Caballot's finishing a lap at the bus stop.
Let us know how it goes with Cablo then, as he's sitting
He's,
fourth at the
yeah,
moment.
he's P4 still.
P4, what about Morris guy? He's in the last sector now.
I think Boomer could get pole. No, he can't. He got P6.
And we are totally off with our prediction.
Who's Poggle? Is Poggle on the
Morris guy
lap?
will not improve his time either.
Can the Red Bull driver get anywhere near the front? Probably not because they're mediums.
Well, Poggle is not gonna be anywhere near the front right now. Anybody else?
No, he did 153.
Michelin is not on the lap.
I think that's it. I think Marty's got pole.
That should be it. So, with that then, it is Morris guy on pole and slight advantage over second and third there, as they've done actually 2 laps on their soft tires. So, a small advantage for Morris guy there.
We got Boomer and Blue Jean 6 and 9. Who would have thought that?
Well, definitely
Oh,
not us two, as we both predicted them within the top 3, so...
I just see Michelin, not Michelin, John Liss's car just parked up in the wall. What's taking so long? Is it Michelin needs to retire?
It's Michelin, yeah, as he's in the garage now.
Could it be a wet race with everyone on softs? Like most people on softs.
I don't think it will be wet.
It'll make a carnage, like we want.
And we have Morris guy in pole position, just ahead of HGA try and catch, then Ponage Town in third, Sabetti in fourth. Good to see the Ferrari driver a little more up there again. Cabo in fifth, Puma in sixth, El Truco in seventh, Dumlius in eighth, Blue Jean in ninth, and Foggy in 10th. Then you have James in 11th, Sven in 12th, Michelin in 13th, CYGTK Mixelis.
I'm just going to call him Mixelis.
In 14th, then Twanak, Mesclas, Poggle, Audio, and Billy finishes up the grid. And with that, then, Marshall,
We might need a
your
restart.
podium prediction.
Oh, this is a tough one now. With both Hasses not having a good quality. And I think we are getting a restart. So I'm going to say Boomer for the win, Morris second, Blue Jean third.
Wait, say that again, please.
I said Boomer, Morris, Blue Jean.
And it looks like we're having a new lobby, I guess. Boomer,
Wouldn't
Morris,
be
Blue Jean.
PSGL without a restart.
You know. Well, I'm gonna be going with Morris guy for winning the race ahead of Puma and Ponage Town.
I've seen Roscoe said in the chat, he says Morris for the win, try and catch second, and Boomer in third. So I'm surprised about Blue Jean. He said earlier he loves this track, and P9 is not what I was expecting.
Well, you never know. He might have had a bad quality. But I'm wondering though what is happening now.
Have you played career mode yet, Sanjay? As well.
Well, you know me. The career mode sweat I am still at round 1. As you can see right now.
Have you not literally done quality or anything?
No.
Oh wow. I normally do like one season. Wait, well, I'm about to choose a car. I normally do like one season then get bored.
I think I only started the career to actually see what cars were quicker and slower.
Oh, like on the chart thing.
Shall we see? I have gotten a new invite.
Indeed. Hopefully RDO has fixed his internet.
Well, hopefully. It's a shame that we have this restart as I can now actually see what kind of weather we have.
Do you think we should get rid of restarts and just like carry on?
Nah, well, I mean, I don't like restarts, but like sometimes the game bugs, you gotta have a restart. Things like that, when it's like, it's nothing anyone can do about it if people start
Yeah.
lagging out or. Yeah, so.
If it's like the lobby glitch, then yeah, probably a restart. But if it's just someone lagging out, I think just carry on. To be honest.
It's hard to say, like. It's hard.
There's definitely pros and cons for it, but we'll
Yeah, like
see what
I
happens in the future.
usually understand why you're doing a restart, but like obviously don't necessarily like that we're doing a restart. But that's how it is, so just gonna have to roll with it.
And someone just said in the chat, I've no idea how to pronounce your name, but top 10 on soft tyres will all be new soft tyres now.
That is correct.
So make it easier for them if they're one tops. Then yes, Kinkover, El Trico P7, after saying he hates this track. Maybe just bluffing us. He loves this track secretly. As everybody's hopefully getting their setups right now, sorting out the tyres. Sandra, have you ever forgot to reload your setup after a
Yeah,
restart?
and it
Yeah,
was
so have I.
horrible. I
I haven't
I
done it
don't
in
think
this
I've
game.
forgotten it in this league before, but I have forgotten it in other leagues before, and I forgot it at Bahrain once, and oh my god, that was horrible to say the least.
I think I had a default setup once for Abu Dhabi. And that was a nice old. Yeah.
I am
As
not getting a lot of engine sound. Well, a little.
it's fine
Alright,
for me, audio.
there is engine sound. It was just a little quiet first.
Yeah, it was a bit quiet for me, but then they just revved a bit more.
Shall we see then what the guys
What?
outside of the top 10 are starting on? Well, James
Oh,
and Sven in 11th and 12th are starting on softs. Mishrin and
mixless.
Mixelis, something like that at least, is starting on the medium tires. Tvanak is on soft tires, Mesclas and Poggle on mediums, Audio on hards, and Billy from last on mediums. So I think it's safe to say that we're not hitting any rain.
I don't think so.
Well, I can be honest, I saw
But
the weather in the lobby, so
uh,
I'm
um,
guessing that you didn't notice.
no, I didn't.
Fair enough, fair enough.
How how many people do you think will crash at turn one and Eau Rouge?
Turn 1 and Orange?
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like we'll get 3 cars colliding in turn 1. And
What?
in Eau Rouge, I will say 2 cars.
Okay. Is that like just losing their wings or like crashing out?
Now that is just, well, both to be fair. That's either losing a wing or crashing out permanently, but that's just on the first lap though. I think we'll see a few more retirements than that later in the race too.
I wonder if we get like someone flipping over, just like Cablo did on F1 2018.
And I can see From is in the chat, so what do you think, From? How many do you predict to crash out? You have any idea? If you say something, I'll say something.
And Sandro just copy you.
Now I'm gonna say 8 together in the
What,
whole
8
race retiring.
DNFs? I don't think it'll be that bad. I think 14 will finish.
Oh, I think there's gonna be a few retirements when they're on worn tires in Eau Rouge.
That is a good point, to be fair. As everybody slots up.
Well, can we get a good view
Oh
though?
my god, I'm staring at a wall. Alright, there we
There
go.
we have a view. And it's 5 red lights and away we go, and doesn't look like anyone's had a... Ooh, Tech hasn't had the best start.
I'm just looking at the back of the field. Lots of people taking it
Oh, well,
cautious.
there is a few people crashing in turn 1 on the exit.
Oh,
Oh,
here
and look
comes
at this,
Eau Rouge.
Dumlius seems feisty on El Truco before Eau Rouge.
Have we seriously got no crashes there?
Ah, there was a crash in the first corner. There was a few drivers crashing at least.
I can't believe that. Everyone is still in the race.
Oh yeah, and it looks like everyone inside the top 6 has gotten from it without damage at least.
Try
And
and catch, having a good start.
try and catch us
Passing
actually
Morris.
past Morris guy.
Oh jeez, I just realised Blue Jean down to 15th. With ring damage.
Well, he's probably one of the guys I mentioned that did have a crash in turn 1 there. Was a
Oh.
little interesting, that
You
crash.
know,
It wasn't on the entry, it was on the exit.
what, like, just lit up with rears and just spun? Or,
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. didn't have the best view of it. Oh, and
Oh,
RDO is the first one
oh,
to
oh,
retire.
Jesus. That safety car, maybe?
Safety car.
Game. Safety game.
Oh, and look at this.
Oh,
Morris guy is right on the back of. Almost said tack, but it is try and catch. Oh,
oh,
into
oh,
turn
this has you got.
one. Morris guy with
Oh,
the inside
Morris.
line, but very wide on the exit, and he will be taken by tack again.
Oh, try and
Ooh, but
catch.
that is not a good Eau Rouge.
Surely a warning. Oh no, who's that? It's James.
Eau Rouge?
You, yeah, you called it.
My god.
Lost all of his wing.
Well, that's how it goes sometimes. In the meantime, it looks like it's settling a little more up front now, right now.
First, down to like ninth, I like pretty much nose to tail.
Pretty
Oh
much.
no,
And look at
who's gone?
Sabetti. Sabetti is getting close to Pawnage Town ahead of him.
Morris is getting closer to try and catch. Try and catch got damage. Because he seems to be struggling in the middle sector.
I don't think he's damaged. I haven't seen him touch a wall or anything yet, but could just be running low downforce to be able to have a lot of speed on the
Maybe.
Kevin straight.
Morris, jeez, is good under the brakes. He caught up a few temps just under braking then.
And look at this, it's gonna be a DRS train.
Oh, Cablo almost rear-ended Sabetti.
It looks like Morris might have a run at try and catch her if he has a good Eau Rouge, that is.
Oh, penalty already for try and catch.
That's an early penalty. Definitely looks like he has some straight line speed though.
I think you're
But
right, I think he's
El
running a low down
Truco on the
horse.
inside
Oh
of
my god, El
Buma.
Truco just overtook Boomer. I don't think I'll be saying that this season. El
From the
Truco
view of
I
the
think he's struggling.
first few races, I did not think that either. But Morris guy has been
Oh
off and
no,
he has
Morris.
wing damage.
Oh, Morris.
And he's gonna have an abysmal lap into the pit.
Oh, it's just
But
the
look at
Renault
Sven
season.
though. Sven is right on the back of Buma, and Dumlus is right on the back of Sven too. Coming into the last sector here. Dumlus is actually that close that he might be going for a move into the bus stop. Are we
Is he
gonna
gonna
see a
die from it?
move on the inside?
No.
Dimlius does not go for it. He's being patient and waiting to the straight. In the meantime, Try and Catch has actually managed to slip a little away from the guys behind him.
I just wanted to point out Sabetti right behind Portage. So this looks like a definite move of Eau Rouge.
Lap
To the straight.
4. Ooh, and it looks like
Oh my.
Sabetti's struggled a little there.
That's a
He
corner clip, you never see him
still
on.
has a run on Pawnage Town though. And it's a done deal. What about Buma and Sven close together? Same with Dumlus.
El Truco just got a penalty for gaining a position, but he didn't gain a position, did he?
No. I do not think so.
Great game. The top four though is just running away with this.
Well, I wouldn't say running away. The gap between 4th and 5th is only 2 seconds, Marshall.
2 seconds is quite a lot.
Well,
Especially
it's
in League
quite a
Racing.
lot on some tracks, but a track like this, it's not really that much. Oh, and look at this. Foggy is right on the back of Tvanak going into this last sector. Are we gonna see him move into the bus stop chicane? Foggy.
Going to the outside.
And he's going for it. However, he can't take it around the outside there.
Oh, damn
It's
wide.
a little wide on the exit there. But we
And soon,
are
expect
coming to a long
Billy
straight.
and Michelin. Expect Billy Michelin and all the medium runners just catch up soon as the soft tyres will just die.
Oh, they should be. And look at Cablo. I think Cablo might be a bit too far off Town right now.
Look at
But look
Boomer
at
and
Sven
Sven.
though. Sven is on the inside of Boomer. Gets the move done. Dimlers is right behind still too. Foggy did not get past Vanak on the straight. It's a little interesting.
Do you think Morris, Blue Jean and James could all go to the end on them hards?
Yes, definitely.
Interesting.
Like we said, as I said earlier, Marshall, you can do soft to mediums here, so you can definitely go to the end on the hards from here.
Yeah, it seems quite early though.
I'm not saying they're gonna be good at the end.
As there's like catch, try and catch is pulled away from Sveti a little bit.
Ooh, and look at Dumlers, he's
Oh,
ooh, and Foggy's out.
Oh, he's done a Cablo. From the experience, just beat it. Oh my god.
Oof.
Oh my god.
That was
Mesclas.
lucky for Mesclas. Oh, in the meantime, the two medium runners of Poggle and Mishrin are going right at it. Poggle trying a switchback in the bus stop.
I'll just wait till after Eau Rouge. Get the RX.
Look at this train, Lewis. El Truco, Sven, Boomer, and Dumlius up Eau Rouge now, and you can clearly see
El
it. That is El Truco!
No! No! Oh no. What's he doing?
Oh, and look at Dumlius. He's right behind Boomer, but he won't be making a move here this lap.
I thought that Ferrari was going to die then. I'd panic.
Betty. Poggle, he's still behind Mishrin. Well, I said that I thought they would struggle around lap 4, so lap 6 now. They missed by a few laps then.
Oh. A
Ooh,
Mixless.
and Mixless is out, so that is 3 retirements now.
Not the best debut from him. And James.
Oh, and James too. What is happening?
Can we have a safety car?
Please.
Just to spice up the race.
Oh, and Mixless has pinned it in the
Yellow
no-name
flag
corner, I
sector
think.
1. Yellow flag sector 1, but no one's in sector 1.
And it's... Ooh, and look at this. Mishrin is side by side with Billy. Oh, but Billy is ahead. But Mishrin comes back
God.
into the bus stop and...
Oh no.
Oh, and Billy takes a piece of Mishrin's wing as he goes into the pit.
Yeah,
And
Billy also
Mishrin
crashed
has
in
to do a
pits as well.
whole lap with that wing now. Oh, and look at this. Dumlius is right on the tail of Boomer, almost losing it up
Someone's
Eau
lost
Rouge.
it. I think someone has just lost it. Yeah, if it's Panic.
Tvanak, yeah.
Oh
What about
no.
Dumlius on Boomer though? No move after the camel straight.
They're
Shall we see?
dropping out like flies.
Tvanak, and that was all Rouge, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Can we get a view? And he's in the
Blind
wall.
frame already in the steward's room.
Well, From said 6, didn't he?
Uh, 6, yeah.
So he's very close now.
Who's your money on? Who's next?
I see how it is. You're gonna keep asking me who's next now. Who's next? Well, it's one of the soft runners if they don't pit on this lap. And I don't see any of the soft runners. Well, I'm gonna say try and catch them, as we have Sabetty down the inside of Ponage Town. It goes well though.
Oh my god.
Sabetty's
Oh
not left a
Jesus.
lot of room there,
Oh
and
my
there is
god.
Sabetty in the wall out.
Oh my.
I
No,
saw
no.
that happening. It was so
That's
obvious.
that was awful from Portage, to be honest.
And that is 6 retirements.
Yeah,
I
the
feel like
third
my
team's gonna be
8 is
busy.
more. I feel like it's gonna be 8. As I said
More like
earlier.
18.
I don't hope that. One thing's for sure, Sabetty is not gonna be happy about that one.
I'm sure that's going to go straight into the stewards.
Well, that is going to go straight into the stewards, and it
Yeah,
was
it's going to
pretty
go through.
straightforward. I'm not gonna say much about it, but well,
No
that was.
Dumulus behind Boomer.
Yeah. Dumler's been behind Boomer for a few laps now, though, without being able to pass on the straight, so. I can already see somebody in the chat, so.
Yes.
Not gonna talk much more about that. I'll let the stewards handle that, that is not my job. And look at Poggle on Michelin into Puon,
Oh my
almost
god.
trying it. That would have been a fine moment, side by side through Puon.
Oh, there's my prediction. I said 14 will finish. We're down to 13 already.
Well, Froome is spot on right now with 6 retirements.
Did you just call them through?
Oh, for God's sake, Lewis. I am Norwegian. Don't hang me out on small errors like that.
Yeah, I'm
Come
German.
on. Oh, as Poggle is gonna be doing a switchback on Michelin here.
Swen's the
But
first of the
Lucius it
shot on
on
this
the
to
exit.
pit. I've gone on to the mediums,
Alright
so
then,
maybe it's right on the tyres.
from...
Oh, it is through. Ah, okay. I'll remember that when you come to F7 then.
Alright. So, who was wrong then, me or Lewis?
I think I was wrong.
You have missed a lot, Jared, a lot. James
Oh
Bennett.
yeah, you.
Just to sneak that in there.
Oh yeah, you've
It's
been
a
to play
shame though,
I
but
believe.
Poggle is falling off Michelin right now. On the other hand,
I don't-
Dumlius is still on the rear, right on the rear of Boomer.
I'm a joking throw. You won't be in F7. I don't think anyway. I just want to point something out, but not jinx it. So that means I'm going to jinx it. Cablo's currently in P3. Could we speak to Cablo again after
And
the race?
one more lap and you have jinxed it. Ah, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
But look at this though, Dumlius is right on the tail of Boomer. Can we finally see him getting past, or will he be stuck behind still? Ooh, he's looking feisty, trying it around the outside, but he's going into the pit. Same with Cablo actually.
I'm surprised the Green opponents and try and catch haven't pit yet. Surely the mediums can easily get to ends. Where's Red coming out? Oh, he's miles ahead.
Still a battle between Poggle and Michelin though. Can Michelin get Poggle on the straight, going up a Rouge? Looks like Michelin has had a way better run than Poggle.
Jesus Christ, we're
Pulling
getting
out
closer to
of
him.
the slipstream side by side, and it should be an easy move performed by Michelin there. And he's up to 4th. And these two are still the guys to actually be aware of.
Oh, it's Billy. A Rouge.
Oh. Oh well, Billy. It doesn't look like he has any front wing damage, so...
No, he did well to avoid it.
Oh, but
he...
Poglas came back at Michelin without us noticing, and it's up to 4th again.
Did Mr. make a mistake or something?
Could have been, but Poggle was still close to Michelin, so... well, Michelin is losing a little now, so... He probably did make a mistake. Oh, and look at this. Sven is looking very feisty behind Mesclas there on fresh medium tires. You can clearly see that he has a lot more pace right now. But he's not gonna be impatient and go at the bus stop. He's gonna wait for the straight.
Where's Try and Catch? Try and Catch is coming out already. Hornage is not far behind.
For a set of
Okay.
mediums.
Boomer? What? Why is he not pitted then?
I honestly have no idea why he hasn't pitted yet, but it seems a little weird. On the other hand, Sven did not have a good Rouge. Dumles is right on the back of Cablo. There will be no move today. Well, hopefully there will, but not on that lap. Unless Dumles is feeling feisty enough to go in another corner, maybe poo on.
When's it
We'll have
supposed
to
to
say
Mesclas?
Cablo is looking good today, although
Don't jinx it. Don't do me.
he was looking good in France too, so hopefully he'll go to the end this time.
Hopefully. As it looks like Douglas has made a little mistake there. And another mistake. But that could be Cablo out of DRS, and it is. Oh god, look at Sven.
Sven is really close to Mesclas again. Ooh, and he's gonna go down the inside of the bus stop chicane, but it does not work.
Oh Jesus, Mesclas absolutely parked it.
Well, he's on old medium, so he's probably struggling a little on traction in that corner.
True.
As Buma is finally pitting, and he's coming out behind Dumlios. Yeah.
That's in that P6. Yes, it is.
Oh, but look at Sven. He will have a move at Mesclas on Camel Straight as he's already passed.
Then I expect Poggle will be fairly easy for him as their teammates.
Maybe, yeah.
And now Cablo's behind Mesclas.
And I think that is gonna be the next two cars we see having a battle.
No one's spun for a while.
What?
I'm telling. I said no one's spun for a while. I'm totally
Well,
not trying
that
to
is
jinx
as we
anything.
hope,
I,
though. So
yeah, I wanted to safety car spice up the race.
to be fair, there isn't much separating everyone right now either. You can see Ponage Town actually being inside
Go
the
on,
arrest
Pablo.
on try and catch. But Cabo is gonna be making a move on Mesclas right now, and that is a done deal.
I
And
thought
that's
Mescas was going to dive bomb him then.
Yeah, I was actually getting a small feeling of that, but he didn't. And he can definitely not match Cabo's exits right now, so oh, but look
I
at
think if I was...
Town creeping
Oh
a little
wow, it's very
closer
close.
to try and catch now. And he might actually have a run at try and catch into this corner. He's gonna have to do it.
Oh my...
Ooh, but that is a switch.
Wow.
And that is a dive on him and a half, actually.
That was
And
not a
I
dive bomb,
am
that was
not
a
sure.
got to break. Jesus.
Ooh, and it's a crash between the two Red Bulls.
Oh no.
And
And I said,
Sven has
oh,
lost his wing. What about Poggle? Poggle has lost his wing too. A little at least.
Mesclas has still got his, but he still needs to pit.
Oh, and look
Jim,
at Doomless. He's looking feisty. He wants to get past Mesclas now. Ooh, Doomless. I was thinking about it.
oh god. Only just passed. Oh wait, yeah. I've got the worst memory. Like, I was about to say point
Oh,
just
you
past
actually have
tap.
a worse memory than me, and that is horrifying. Look at this though. Try and catch is still right behind Punish Down, and he will be going for a move on this straight. He will not be happy with the treatment he got
I'm watching
last time
Dimius
around.
behind. Is Poggle going to pit if the wing damage? Yes, he is. Mesclas is staying out another lap.
Yeah, of course.
He can go in for softs now.
Mesclas is going to the soft tires now. But
No,
what about try and
let's
catch
turn
though?
one. Mesclas is still out on track.
Yeah, he's going to go over to softs when he pits.
Oh,
And
Boomer
try and
now.
catch around the outside of Ponage Town. Gets it
Boomer.
easy.
Boomer for great move on the
Ooh, and
Force India.
Boomer. Can he do
And
it on Doomless
Racing Point.
too?
Oh,
Doomless and
oh
Boomer
no.
side by side,
Oh,
and there is
oh.
a crash, and that is Boomer's front wing lost.
Has he lost his wing?
He lost a little wing there.
Ah. What's happened to hacks? They're like real life.
They
Sometimes they
are
do
really
really
not
good.
working well right now. Oh, and look at this Ponage Town almost diving it down the inside on
Oh,
attack.
Michelin spinned it somewhere.
Look at Ponage Town. He's getting close to attack again.
Will you forget to break again?
Oh, into the bus stop. Are we gonna see a dive bomb?
Scared.
No.
Oh,
Oh, but attack went deep. And he has Ponage Town right behind him now.
yeah, the flag set to 2.
And I think he's actually
It's
let
Michelin
Ponage
again.
Town ahead to get the RS down the straight now.
Smart. Very smart.
Ah, you can say smart, but I'm not a big fan of that move.
Neither am I, but it's still smart.
Yeah. I mean, there is no rule against it, so
I think they should
sure,
be.
why not then? But Ponage Town defends his position and is still ahead of TAC, and this is looking like it's gonna get real feisty at anytime soon.
With this fighting, could Cablo possibly catch up?
Possibly, and Billy's right on the back of Mesclas. Hard tires against soft tires. There's no team orders there. Billy wants past and he wants past now. But look at Mesclas though, those soft tires just have way more grip.
Yeah, Billy should just stay behind his teammate.
He should be smart, stay behind and just try to follow.
Morris doing fairly well again. Up to P6 on his old hards. Good recovery. Behind Boomer with damage.
Oh yeah, and to be fair, looking at the gap between him to Blue Jean, he's probably gonna stay there too, as Tack once again goes a little deep in the bus stop, which is not gonna help him getting a good run on Pawnage Town. Tack has a lot of ERS though, so...
Yeah, he can save it behind Ponage down the straights with the RS.
Oh yes, and through Eau Rouge, it looks like a good run for Tack.
Looks
Down
very
the Camel
fast.
Straight now. Try and catch will take the inside line, and it's an easy move. What about Morris guy though? He is very close to Boomer right now.
I just seen the fuel light for Morris, so you just have to save a bit.
Ah, well, it wasn't there right now at least.
It's like flashes yellow and off again. He's like right on the limit.
Billy's very close to Poggle.
Look at Morris and Boomer. Boomer's ran wide.
Ooh, and
Cornish
Billy
with a
very
penalty.
wide.
Cost him. Penalties could be a factor.
I will
I've
have
seen
to...
penalties pop up, but
Wait, Boomer has wing damage, doesn't he?
yeah, Boomer's got damage, I believe you said earlier.
Ah, of course, that's how Morris can keep up on those old hard tires.
I think Boomer had that collision with Doomless.
Yeah, there was one more involved there, but I can't remember who. But Pawnage Town though, he is close behind Tack as they're going through Eau Rouge once again. And nobody loses it this time. Pawnage Town, however, has a good run here.
Tack's too far ahead, I think.
Ah, he's a little too far this time. But Boomer right on the back of Morris guy. He should have a run. Pulls out of the slipstream already, but it's a done move before the corner.
This is going to be a fight to the end, to the checkered flag. Boomer with his damage but fresher mediums against Morris with his wing and old hards. Oh my god, look at Tack right behind Pointers again.
Yeah,
We both
it's...
saw the chat and just tried to help Marcel out.
Try to at least. As we can see, Try and Catch though still right behind Ponage Town, and the fight for the win is still very much on.
Who do you think will win out of these two? Or do you think Cablo could get a sneaky win, maybe?
Well, I haven't seen many penalties pop up today. I remember we saw one for Try and Catch earlier. Also,
Yeah, lap one, I
there
think.
has been an
Hornet just got one.
incident with Ponage Town earlier in the race, which could turn into something I'm pretty sure it will be brought up in the steward's office at least.
Yeah, that
So it's
could
hard to
be.
say. On track, I think Ponage Town will take it. Off track, and actually taking the win in the end, it's a little more difficult to say. But right now, I will have to say, if these two keep battling, I think Cablo is in the fight for the win.
Yes, they did throw. They did softs to mediums. But yeah, talking about Pointage with Sabetti, I feel like Pointage will definitely get a hefty penalty for that.
Yeah, I'm
But
afraid there will be a penalty there. But as I said earlier, though, I am not a steward, so I
no.
am not going to be focusing much more on that.
I wonder if Cablo's got any pens. I don't want to check. But
And
I
you're
think
not allowed to check.
yeah, I know, but Cablo could win this race on pens. If these two have got
And
more
it
than
looks like
oh
Ponage
my.
Town has gotten a really bad run in Eau Rouge now, and Tak is already on his side, and he's already passed actually, but this might be a little early if Ponage can use that slip back.
This race is flown by. Lap 19 already.
It really has, and we're close to the end now. And it's still not decided who is going to take this win, although Try and Catch is looking strong for it, and same is Ponage Town, and
I think
I
Tak's in the
don't...
best position right now. Only because he's in the lead, but he's got way more ERS. And obviously Pointage could get a penalty. Then Cablo having a very solid race in P3. Could he get his first podium of
And
the
his
season?
Renault teammate down in 5th too, so the Renault seems more back at it today.
Maybe they've had a bit more practice this week. Or
Maybe
maybe
it's
it's
the
just good
pressure
track
after the
coming
short
down.
interview at the beginning of the stream.
Maybe we just like fired Cablo up, make him really motivated.
You never know. Well,
And
as
look
it
at
is
Pointage
right now, we will
outside of
actually
the RS
know
now.
if there is something special, considering as it is right now, Cablo will also be there for podium interviews, so...
Yeah.
And right now we can see that Try and Catch is pulling away from Ponage Town, and
I think Pointage just killed his tyres.
it does kind of look like it. It doesn't look like he has anything to fight back with now. Well, he actually has more ERS than he's had for a long time, so it looks like it's only a matter of the tire wear right now, and maybe temps. I'm not sure about how, if you overheat any air.
Well, so talking earlier about El Truco, will they have a new look in a new team? Apparently not. Apparently what you have to do is change your name every week. Then you're up there.
Oh,
Just,
firing
just
a shot
change your
at
team.
Try and Catch
Just
there.
change your team every week. Then you're good.
Ooh, and there's Yellows, and there's Billy. Can we get a view of where that's happened?
It says sector 1 and 2. I have no idea where that was.
It's right after the Camel Straight.
Oh.
It's a shame to say, but we don't actually have any battles going on right now.
Not really, no. I'm just on board with try and catch.
Shall we see? We'll give Mesclas some screen time, as he hasn't had. I don't think he's been one of the drivers who's had a lot of screen time yet.
Blue Jeans had a quiet race after lap 1. No, he could have had very good race today and closed down the championship, but just not it being his day.
Not really. It is like that sometimes.
We have a battle, Sandre. Swen against El Truco.
Oh, you are right, and it's actually the battle for the last point in the race too, so old hard against, well, pretty much old mediums too, but not as old. Sven, however, doesn't seem like he's close enough this time, or maybe he will have to do it around the outside, but he's staying behind so far.
I believe Swen was on the podium last week and now he's only fighting for the points. It just shows how competitive this F7 grid is.
I got to say, it is a good grid we have here. We have,
very good
I
grid.
don't know, probably 7 or 8 drivers who has the pace to win races. Then you have probably around the same amount of drivers who's able to fight for podiums. So it is a good grid.
For it being the bottom tier, it's a pretty quick grid, as I couldn't speak then. Like, try and catch Boomer, Blue Jean, like, they're not slow drivers at all, so fair play to them.
Well, even though this league has 7 tiers, doesn't mean that the 7th tier is slow, although it just means that it's slower than the tiers
Or
above it.
inexperienced, maybe.
Like if you go into smaller leagues, you can see that they have like maybe 1 tier, and that tier might be slower than F7 here.
I think most of these guys in F6, or even F5 with Boomer, Blue Jean, would all do quite well.
Yeah.
So.
And talking about Sven now, we can see him side by side with El Truco, as it looks like he's going to steal that last point in the race right now. As he's gotten past, and they're on the last lap, and we have yellow flags. And it's Morris guy.
Morris.
And he has lost it. He's missing some of his wing. Fortunately for him, it's not long left of the race now, as we have try and catch in the last time. Oh, as he spins it out of the best of at the same as Potter's out. And what a finish we get. What about Cavlo? Can he get this on pens now?
Oh my god.
And it is try and catch him first, but Cablo in second, Potterstown in third, Doomless in fourth. Buma will come over the line in fifth, but what a finish!
What an ending.
The 2 front runners both spinning it out of the best stop. Mesclas in sixth, Morris Guy in seventh, Poggle in 8th, Sven. Oh, and Blue Jean!
Oh my god,
Sven will finish in 9th. What has happened with Blue Jean?
Oh, my voice is gone.
Oh, and he's went in that corner. Alright. Well, it's gonna be El Truco in 10th.
Oh my god. Imagine Cablo win it because of that.
And what a finish. El Truco passing the line, and the last one to do so, as Michelin's car is AI. And I believe it was 8 retirements in the end actually too. with Blue Gin there.
Oh look, Alan Prost has won the race.
Well, it definitely looks like it.
Well, it is. I was going to say that
Well,
is
that
actually
is an
Alan Prost.
old race winner then. As it is, try and catch in first. And then we have Cablo getting his first podium of the season with his second place today. We have Pawnage Town in third. And we're gonna get the rest of the grid ahead of us now.
I want to see a replay of that. They just
And it's
synchronized.
Doomless in fourth, Buma in fifth, Mescas in sixth, Moriska in seventh, Sven in eighth, Poggle in ninth, and El Truco taking the last point in 10th. Mission's car was an AI, I believe. And there was Blue Gin, Wild Billy, Sabetti, Tvanak, Mixlis, something like that at least. James, Foggy, and RDO all DNF'd. So 8 retirements. I actually got that one right. But what a finish, though.
Imagine if you missed that.
Nah, that is not an option.
That's probably the best thing I've seen in ages.
Well, I gotta be totally honest with you. I've never seen a finish like that. I've seen one. I've seen the winning driver doing it, and then second comes and takes the win. But I haven't seen both first and second do it, and not the same way.
Yeah. I remember Frizzo doing it at Australia.
From saying he's rewinding. If you could suggest the two drivers, no, the three, I mean.
Yeah, I'm on it now. So, Tack, Cablo,
and Pawnage Town.
Pawnage. What is Pawnage's PSN? It's a weird spelling, isn't it?
PWNAGEN. You got it?
I lost it about 30 years ago. And I'll suggest these two and look for his name.
Alright, I can invite those two while you're still looking for him. But you haven't actually suggested them yet.
Yeah, hold on. I'm doing a Mong on.
Well, you're part of the Mong brand, so we'll accept that one.
I'm definitely watching that back.
Oh, same.
Okay, I got it.
You sure?
I think so. Hold on.
Good evening to you too.
It might be the wrong account.
Might be the wrong account actually. That looks like the right account. So, as we're waiting on Pawnage Town then.
Yeah. Oh, what an ending.
Yes, well I was in a party with Pawn, so yeah. Mental.
Synchronized.
I need to watch this back.
Don't watch.
Did you invite Try and Catch?
Yeah, I believe so.
Alright, well he's not yet ready. But you can go ahead and lose and start with third placed Ponage Town.
Okay, so well, can I just ask what happens with the spin on the last corner?
You know, it's absolutely ridiculous. I've got the apex nice. I just put down the power too quickly and followed try and catch around. I think sympathy accident is what I'm going to say, but just bad driving, really.
But I had like a perfect view for it. I had like a helicopter cam, and I seen the try and catch go around. Then I thought you just had the little slides. Then I just seen you just ending up in the wall as well.
Yeah, I just put the power down into the slide. I should have just lifted off, followed through, and I have to say I wouldn't have taken a victory. I've got 15 seconds from the last race, so I'm going to be honest there.
We didn't know about that in the stream. Also, what was your opinions with the collision with Sabetti on the main straight?
I mean, I haven't got my footage, and I don't know what it looked like on stream, but I felt he came up the inside, I held the outside and came across the second apex of the chicane, held my line, didn't even know he was really up alongside me, and then he didn't back out and smashed into the wall. If he's not going to back out, I'm not going to move out of the way.
Yeah, I saw that, and on my POV, personally, it looked like you didn't give him enough space, and he just drove into the wall. But,
well, I think it's his fault for putting himself there. I mean, so that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, leave it to the stewards.
But we'll leave it to the stewards, absolutely.
Yeah. Sandra, you got any questions for Pornage?
Well, I think you covered most of my questions, to be honest, but to be fair, you had a long battle with try and catch there, and when he spun, then you spun, and like, where were your thoughts when that happened?
Well, in the gutter, really, but brilliant racing from try and catch. I mean, I thought we were all coming back, rubber banding all race. I was always behind him. I mean, I took first a couple of times. He overtook me, and I just saved me energy for that last bit, but I couldn't make it on that back straight, and then out of the chicane. I mean, it was just ridiculous.
Well, it happens. What about next race, that is Britain, then? How are you feeling for that?
Feeling fairly confident. I think my pace has picked up at this midpoint of the season. I'm getting up on there in qualifying, which has always been a weakness of mine. So I'm looking forward to it, see what I can do for the Mercedes team, and see how we can make a move on the constructors with me and Trucco.
Right, yes, the new teammate, El Truco.
Absolutely, got to give him a shout out.
Today. Yeah, he got a point today, so fair play to him.
Absolutely.
Backing up his teammate, that's stuff we like to see. Well, I do not have any more questions for Ponage Town right now, then.
Thanks, guys.
So,
cheers.
Congratulations on your podium with third place, and good luck for Britain.
Thank you very much.
And with that, we're moving on to the Renault driver, Cablo. Not too long since you were in here last, so... First of all, the first podium of the season. What turned it around today?
I don't know. I tried a slightly different setup than what I normally would have went with, and I just chanced it on the softs to mediums. I did a bit of a run last night, and I thought I could do it on the mediums, and to be honest, they were perfectly fine towards the end. So I mean, I couldn't try and catch or Porn, to be fair. And when I heard the wheel from Porn after he took the spin, I thought I might have done it because I didn't have any penalties. But nah, not to be. But I'm really happy with the drive. So yeah.
Great stuff there. Do you see this as a turning point for the Renaults this season?
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping we can pick up a few more points, but it just seemed to happen last year. I had a good start. I was poor towards the end. hopefully this is going to be the bad start over with, and I'm going to turn it round. But I just need to try and be a bit more consistent, not make stupid mistakes like I was saying before the race. Just hope I can carry on picking up some good points like this and move up the table a little bit.
Alright. What about Britain then? That's the next track on the calendar. Do you see another podium coming there, or?
Well, I quite enjoy Britain. The last time I raced there was in Formula E, and I actually won. I know it wasn't an equal cause, but still, there was a lot of good drivers. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, I can do pretty well there as well too.
Alright. What about you then, Lewis? Do you have any questions right now?
Yeah. What was your initial reaction when you saw the two leaders spin?
I just thought I've got no penalties. I can maybe do this. Just try not to do the same and just get to the line. You just hope. But I think when I caught the timing was at about 0.9 behind try and catch.
You're right
So I
there.
was still a bit way off. But I knew that Pawn had his penalty from last week. So I kind of knew I was going to get second anyway. But when that happened, I thought I had a chance of snatching first, but not to be. But yeah, I'm happy enough with getting second. Yeah.
And also, with Morris getting pole as well and your podium, do you think he can go up to constructors and maybe fight the McLarens and Mercedes?
Hopefully. I mean, the last couple of years, me and Morris have been together. We've done pretty well in the constructors. But it seems to be a similar story with the two. We sometimes shows we've got the pace, but we're just stupid mistakes and getting caught up in accidents and things like that in the race. So if we can cut out all the stupidness, then hopefully we can.
Yeah. That's all the questions for me now.
Thank you.
Alright then, well, thank you for your interview, Cablo. Congratulations
No problem.
on your first podium of the season. Hopefully we'll
Thank
see
you
you
very much.
take a few more, turning things around. And
Yes,
good
hopefully.
luck for Britain then.
Yeah, thank you.
And us two then,
Here's the
Marshall.
big drive of the day. Before I forget.
Exactly. And do you have anyone who strikes you straight away?
I'm definitely Cablo up there. Then I normally go top 3, but I might change it. I'm gonna go Cablo El Truco for his point, and oh yeah, Pointage. I'll go give it to Pointage after his good race on the podium.
Thanks, man.
It's alright.
Fair enough, fair enough. For me, I think there isn't much change there. Definitely Cablo, and I would say try and catch 2. And I'll say the top 3 actually.
Boring.
A little boring, but I feel like they did the best races today. So I mean, I would like to see
Exactly.
anyone else that strikes me as another candidate, but those are the
El
3 for me.
Truco. He got points.
Yeah, driver of the day, man.
Gotta give him a shout out for that, but I wouldn't say driver of the day.
Driver of the century.
Exactly.
Well, with that then, I don't know if you have anything more to add right now, Lewis?
No.
Yeah.
Finish off the season.
One thing I would like to say is thank you, because I think he's been doing a great job all season.
I concur, boys. Fantastic job in the commentary.
We're halfway through, and I think he's been absolutely fantastic. Great for the league. So yes, thank you for that.
Yeah, good job,
Cheers.
boys.
It's been really fun.
Thank you.
Being the
Thank you very
Sunday
much
season.
to the both of you.
Enjoyed it.
We are doing our
Hopefully we'll
our
carry
best,
on.
so trying to.
It's appreciated. It's appreciated.
Yeah.
It's very nice to hear, guys. With that, then we are gonna end off the stream for tonight. It's been a brilliant Belgium Grand Prix. with commentary by myself, C3, and Lewis Marshall. For anyone who wants to watch more of this, make sure to like and subscribe. Next race will be on Saturday at 8 p.m. with PSGL F6 going on. And good night, and thank you to everyone who's watched.